Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So, I know it's been a while. I've been pretty busy, been working on some stuff, but we're back and I got a great video coming. So let's hop right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about here is build number. So if we hop into settings and then general, let's hop into build number real quick. And you'll see our build number for iOS 17 Developer Beta 5 is 2150303D. And because it ends in a D, that means that we really have like maybe A, B, C, D, about 4 more betas until the release candidate, and then after that should be the full release. So 4 to 5, maybe 6 more betas at most, and you know, that should line up with it coming out in September. You know, we're hearing a lot of things about the Apple event coming on September 12th, maybe September 13th. So we might get a release candidate around that time. It just kind of depends here. So be looking out for that. All right, so I've heard a lot of people talk about this one. I've never personally covered it on my YouTube channel, but there's this weird notification bug going around, and this is a thing that's been present since iOS 16. So this is not at all an iOS 17 specific bug. This has been here a while, but it's still a bug and still needs to be addressed. And so basically it's where if you kind of are swiping up on your notifications like really quick, like just there, like it's this weird little middle one here, but they'll kind of glitch out like that and it just kind of doesn't act right at all. And so like it's been there for so long, like see, it's just like it does it every time. So I don't know really what's going on here, but I do know that it is a bug and really does need to be fixed. So I'm really hoping that they will get to work on that, and hopefully maybe it'll be fixed by iOS 17 being released to the public. So we'll just see. All right, so our next sort of topic here is battery health and battery life. So if we go into settings and then battery here, click on our battery health, you see mine is at 89%, and like I said before, like this is an iPhone 13 Pro, and I've had the device since Christmas of the year it launched. So basically a little over a year and a half at this point, and we're still at 89%, so I call that a success. Anyways, so battery life over the past 10 days, we'll look at that here. So you see today I've not been on it much. I've been on it 32 minutes, been off, or screen on time 32 minutes, screen off time is 10 minutes. I've used like 8% of my battery. Now that is really terrible, really terrible battery life. I think it's partly because I do have it on like max brightness for this video, and this is the second time trying to record this here because for some reason the first time it like saved at a weird, like it just didn't save correctly, so I have to redo the whole thing. But it's still pretty terrible battery life. You see, like yesterday I used a little over 50%, but I only had 2.5 hours screen on time and 2 hours screen off time. Keep in mind the 2 hours of screen off time were while the device was plugged in, so that doesn't really count towards anything. So we're talking 2 hours and 26 minutes of screen on time, like, and used over 50% of my battery. That's not good. If we look at like one of these longer days here, if I click on it there, I had 5 hours and 26 minutes of screen on time and 2 hours and 18 minutes of screen off time. And I used like 85% of my battery. Again, I mean, it's better, but not good. You know, it's not terrible, but it's not great. And then just some other days where I tend to only use the device for maybe 2 to 3 hours. But like here, okay, yes, this was Friday. Friday was pretty good. 4 hours of screen on time, 30 minutes of screen off time. And I used 80% of my battery. And so that was a little bit of a better day. But overall, not great. Really not that great of battery. So I'm really hoping that, like, because it feels good. Battery life, like in my head, it seems good, but then you kind of look at it, it's like, oh, that's not as good as I thought it was. So I don't know, I really hope that they'll get to fixing that. But I mean, yeah, that's really about it for battery life. All right, so our next one here is inside of messages, and you'll see if, so this is a group chat here, and you'll see I have this weird, like icon here, and if you click it, it brings up the audio message thing. So it's kind of a throwback to how it was back in iOS 15, I believe, to where you just kind of like, you can just hold down on it and it'll start pulling up an audio message. But what's weird is this icon is only present for me on group chats, because if I just click on like a random message here, see, you'll notice down here it's back to just this regular old, like how it's been icon for iOS 17, and that just triggers like the dictation for keyboard. But it's weird because on every, you know, personal like DM, iMessage chat between me and one other person, it's always this little dictation icon. But then on every other group chat, it is always this audio message icon. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm not sure what's going on there. Alright, post-editing, Isaac here. I'm working on like the blur bit that you guys just saw, and it took like a really long time, like longer than I sort of expected it to, but whatever. It's for y'all. It's alright. It's for y'all. I've not really heard anyone else talk about it either, so I don't really know. So I guess let me know, do you guys have that if you are testing the betas? Because I have had it for like the past couple betas, and I've not seen anyone else really talk about it, and I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing. But yeah. All right, and lastly, I just want to talk about kind of the smoothness of the device. A lot of people are saying that, like, I've seen some people say that like the 120 hertz refresh rate on iPhone has actually been like the best it's ever been for them. For me personally, it's been fine. iOS 17 Beta 4 was probably the worst. There would just be so many weird little stutters, and like, especially just scrolling on like the home screen, for example. There'd be so many, like, it would just kind of glitch up. It'd be weird. It'd be really weird. But for me, Beta 5 has really fixed that. Like, everything feels smooth. The ProMotion display feels like a ProMotion display. Overall, it feels good. I really do like it. But, you know, I mean, that's really about it. You know, I feel like Beta 5 has improved some things. There's still some stuff to work on. I believe there's tons of issues still known that still need to be fixed, bugs like that. But I mean, you know, it's a process. We're getting there, and we still have a couple weeks left, or a few weeks left until it gets released to the public anyway. So they have time to get this stuff done. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, as it helps me out a ton. And, you know, let me know if you guys want to see more of this covering iOS stuff like this. But yep, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next one. So yeah, bye guys.